Acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT, represents a significant evolution in the field of emotional regulation and cognitive change. Rather than focusing on controlling or eliminating unwanted thoughts and emotions, ACT emphasizes building the capacity to act effectively in the presence of them. At its core is psychological flexibility, the ability to stay in contact with the present moment, experience internal events without defense or avoidance, and choose behavior aligned with deeply held values. This lecture explores how acceptance, values clarification, and cognitive diffusion empower individuals to make decisions that advance long-term goals even when anxiety, self-doubt, or discomfort are present. In real-world terms, ACT supports the ability to function under pressure while maintaining integrity, clarity, and purpose. Psychological flexibility, the cornerstone of ACT. Psychological flexibility is the adaptive skill that underpins the ACT model. It involves 6 core processes: acceptance, diffusion, present moment awareness, self as context, values, and committed action. Together, they cultivate the ability to respond to emotional and cognitive experiences with openness rather than struggle. A psychologically flexible person can notice anxious thoughts without engaging in avoidance behaviors, observe self-critical internal dialogue without collapsing into it, and make value-driven choices even when internal experiences push in the opposite direction. This stands in contrast to attempts at emotional control. Many individuals expend extraordinary effort trying to suppress thoughts, eliminate anxiety, or fix their emotions before taking meaningful action. Paradoxically, this struggle often intensifies distress and delays progress. ACT offers a shift in strategy. Discomfort does not need to disappear before purposeful action can begin. Instead, individuals learn to expand their capacity to tolerate internal experiences while moving toward chosen outcomes. Acceptance principles, making space for internal experience. Acceptance in ACT does not mean resignation or defeat. It refers to the deliberate choice to allow internal experiences, thoughts, sensations, memories, emotions, to exist without resistance or avoidance. Emotional pain, discomfort, and uncertainty are understood as natural aspects of the human experience rather than signs of personal failure, malfunction, or inability. One of the key lessons in acceptance-based work is understanding the difference between pain and suffering. Pain often arises from external events: rejection, risk, uncertainty, or failure. Suffering emerges from a mental struggle against that pain: rumination, avoidance, suppression, self-judgment, or defensive action. Acceptance lowers suffering by removing the secondary layer of resistance. Practical acceptance strategies may involve observing emotions without labeling them as problems, naming the experience. Anxiety is here. Self-doubt is speaking. Allowing sensations to expand rather than constrict, redirecting energy toward movement instead of fighting what cannot be changed in the moment. Through practice, individuals discover that emotions peak and subside naturally when not resisted. Acceptance frees cognitive and emotional bandwidth for purposeful action rather than internal conflict. Diffusion techniques, changing the relationship with thoughts. Cognitive diffusion is one of the most powerful tools in ACT. Instead of challenging the content of thoughts, diffusion changes the relationship with them. Thoughts are seen as mental events, strings of words, neurological firings, symbols, not objective facts that must dictate behavior.